We move to this now. One person has been killed and hundreds more evacuated after heavy rains hit KZN this weekend. Disaster management teams have been activated now in the province, which is still reeling from April's floods. Over 400 people were killed and thousands more remain displaced. eNCA's Dasen Thathiah joins us now with the very latest. Dasen, good to have you this morning. Let's talk about what's happening in KwaZulu-Natal. Tragic indeed to hear that one more life has been lost due to the weather conditions and events that took place this past weekend. I mean, we know the province is still reeling from, the previous April's KZN floods. But what can you tell us this morning?
I lost a bit of that question, but I mean, I think the picture here really speaks for itself. We are in Seatides, which is in the Tongaat area on the north coast of Durban and KwaZulu-Natal, and this is just one of the roads that have been badly affected here. This time around, fortunately, residents got out of this a lot better, and I use that term a bit loosely because there wasn't as many lives lost, but certainly there were many that had to be evacuated. This kind of infrastructure damage that you see here, which the province can ill afford at this point after the last major storm in April, this is what we are seeing a lot of now, and this is the price that residents are going to be paying, especially for the foreseeable future when it comes to things like just access to their homes, their homes itself. Many parts of it being damaged, others are now living in community halls. So the impact on human life has been great here. On Genezano Road, that's where we are now. Volunteers from the Community Emergency Response Team have taken it upon themselves to assist with traffic flow. But I'll tell you how important this road behind me is. This is the last remaining link for residents from this area to the city, or to get out of this immediate area. And this road that we're on now is already compromised. There's a crack that's been developing off to the side of it here. That was what had happened after the first flood, and it just got worse over the weekend with those heavy rains. So it's certainly a dire situation here, because this road looks like it needs to be repaired or secured soon. Right now, as I said, volunteers are taking it upon themselves to make sure that traffic is flowing properly and safely. I'm joined now by Dasen Thathiah. Thank you so much for joining me. I know that you are busy here. Talk to me about the impact on this area, the evacuations, any injuries as a result of what happened this weekend.
Okay, so we thankfully didn't have any loss of life this time around. But we did have to evacuate the senior citizens home in Westbrook, which is the little area next to us, and we had to evacuate 1 or 2 homes in this area because of the risk of flooding and landslides. On Saturday evening there was torrential rains that started, so out of precaution we literally just evacuated some of the guys.
Now this is a big problem I'm seeing behind me, mostly because it is a Monday morning. We would expect normally the M4 to be free-flowing with traffic, people getting to work and getting to the city. Obviously that's not happening. What are officials telling you about plans to assist in this area, considering that your road network is so severely compromised?
To be honest, Dasen, at this stage officials have not even visited us, besides our local councillor. He's come and had a look, but we have no idea as to what are the plans for restoration of this road. This is the little bit that's left there behind us is literally what's connecting us to the areas outside of Seatides, La Mercy and Dasen.
I think the question I have to ask is it even safe for the residents that are living in this immediate area around us, besides the road that I'm seeing?
Well, currently the area that we're standing in, there is quite a bit of undermining on that area. The tar that we're seeing behind us is literally just suspended in the air. Our concern at this stage is with the volume of traffic that's going through now. Our concern is that this road's going to collapse if it's not seen to shortly. We can see this crack that's developed from Saturday night. It's gone a lot worse. We have seen parts of this road collapse as well while we were standing here. So it is quite unsafe for vehicles to go through. Unfortunately, this is the only way that residents can get through to work or school or anything of that sort.
Thank you so much for your time, Dasen Thathiah there from the Community Emergency Response Team. This is a big problem here. You would have heard there that they are hoping that officials will come here and attend to this problem. We do know that the Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, Sihle Sekalala, will be out on site visits during the course of this morning. He's starting at about 8:30 in Mploti, which is another area not far from here which has been badly affected, and he will be visiting those residents in particular that had to be evacuated from their homes.